they really stapling this nigga's brain,
bro.
This is severe CTE. You know,
that is crazy. Could you imagine Tua doing some shit, getting some shit like that?
Yes, sir. Welcome back to Redacted Show. I'm your host, Wafiq or Feek, with my co-host and my other host.
Your co-host Dana Dane in the building. And as you see, we have a very special friend of the podcast, member of the great Play for Keeps pod. It's your boy Greg Goods in the building. This is like his third time, if not fourth.
Nigga,
third time individually. He's always welcome. Yeah, welcome to the show.
You know, anytime I'm here for, you know, whenever I hear tomfoolery and debauchery at play, I say put me in. You know,
life changing.
I'm here. What's that other one I have? I got two for you. Damn, where you at?
Probably the black woman. That's what happens when you're with black women. I don't know what the fuck I was on, but man,
hey, you was speaking gospel, my nigga. I don't give a fuck what you're talking
about. I was spitting for sure, and I still stand by that.
Jack said I'm Federalist for doing this shit.
Jax, we do wish you was on the pod, but if we would have waited another week, this movie would have fell into irrelevancy. But the movie we are talking, but we have came here today to discuss and have a educated dialogue about is the movie Him. And we thought it would have been, well, there's no better person to bring outside of Greg himself and the Play for Keeps pod for their sports dialogue that they bring and just bring another perspective to this conversation. But with that being said, before we get into that, make sure you guys subscribe, rate us 5 stars, listen to us on all listening platforms, even the discontinued ones, we still on there. And just make sure you guys are still engaged with the TikToks and Reels and things of that nature. We appreciate all the support. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into our non-spoiler review of the movie Him. For those that are new to the show, we always give our non-spoiler review for those who have not watched it yet. So if you have, you can stick around for about 10 minutes. After that, it's straight spoiler talk. So, Greg, since you are the guest of the show, what is your non-spoilery review of the movie Him? Unfiltered. What did you think going in? What were your thoughts walking out of that movie?
Okay. As this is non-spoiler, I will say that the trailer made it look a lot scarier or I feel more horror than what it actually ended up being. I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but I came in there thinking like, oh, okay, like this really finna be horror. Like left out and I'm like, nah, like there's a few people that I feel like could watch this that hate horror movies because of jump scares and stuff. So off of that, that was good. I think niggas acted their ass off. I think niggas Marlon Wayans acted his ass off.
Marlon Wayans had
everybody that acted
performance.
I'd give the acting a 9 out of 10. Just that from acting alone, that's a 9 out of 10 performance for sure. Anything else I say will be a spoiler because nigga, there's some things I need to talk about with this. But coming out that movie, I said everybody acted their ass off. It's not as scary as it needed. It's not as scary as I thought it was going to be, and it wasn't. It didn't feel like a long movie either. So.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Yeah, I would say my non-spoiler review, I agree. I don't think it overstayed its welcome. You know, it was kind of to the point. Pacing was pretty decent. Everybody acted their ass off from Marlon Wayans. There was some scenes in there where I was just like, I think he was enjoying. He was doing the Wayans brothers comedy. We got to throw it in there. Also, the soundtrack for this movie was really good.
It was great.
I like it. It felt like a prolonged like Nike sports commercial, but it's like a dark Nike commercial. Like the whole entire movie was just kind of like it was like like Nike they'll do like them series of players or just sports in general. I feel like one of those.
It's like Nike
But-
if the swoosh was backwards.
Off-white. It was an off-white commercial.
Tyreek is off. Tyreek is an off-white nigga.
Okay,
But I enjoyed this. I do agree. This is one of those movies where if you want a true, honest, opinion or viewing of this movie, you have to go see this movie for yourself. Like, don't go off of any other reviews. Even like we're gonna review right now, and we are encouraging you guys to just go watch this movie and form your own opinions for yourself, because there's a lot of, I think, people, and some of it rightly so, Greg just alluded to it, where they're going into it with one sort of expectation and coming out was like, I didn't get any of that. And this movie wasn't directed by Jordan Peele, it was produced by him.
Yeah.
But
I need that to be emphasized too, because I just been seeing a lot of crazy discourse. I'm just like, he did not direct
the movie.
Please
The movie was directed by Justin Tipping, but produced by Jordan Peele, Ian Cooper, Wynn Rosenfield, and the likes. And I think Marlon Wayans, if I'm not mistaken, he had some input in this or influence in this movie as well. I mean, he knows how to make movies. He's a Hollywood savant, so I would be surprised if he didn't have any sort of influence on set or things of that nature. But with that being said, I enjoyed there. Obviously, there was like some, for watching the movie as what it was, it was good. There was just those things where it's like, okay, like in the sports where we understand like the extremes some athletes go, but what if the point was like, how far is too far? And what are some goats willing to do to be great, quote unquote? So that's kind of my review. I enjoyed it. I will say, I'm not gonna lie, I did not like the ending personally.
I hated the ending.
I did not like it.
So
We'll get into that
fucking
because I have, and there's something I wish would have happened, but we'll get into that in the spoiler talk. That's probably the only thing I did not like about the movie was the end. But outside of that, I thought it was good. If I had to give it a rating, it's a 6.5 out of 10. I think it's good.
Yeah, I give it a watch.
I don't think people need to rush to the movies necessarily to see it, but then again, it goes to that my point of like, if you want your own opinion, you have to go watch this movie.
Yeah, for me, I would say, without restating what everybody said already, I agree with a lot of you, with a lot of what you, Dan and Greg said. For me, though, I think one thing I would have wanted is for the movie to be longer. I'm starting to realize I don't need movies to be 3 hours, but I am starting to want movies to be more like the 2 hour, between like 2 hours and like 2 hours, 20 minutes range. Because I feel like a lot of movies right now are going into like, we're trying to get.
Wow,
yeah, like
I didn't realize this movie was that short. The movie runtime was an hour 36 minutes.
That's even shorter. So yeah, I think
they try to milk that 15 minutes as like the preview, so it can just be like a 2 hour experience in the seat. But yeah, I know what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm wanting more movies to be there, because it was some points in here where I was like, it didn't need more story, but I would have liked more story just as a viewer. So that was really my only real critique for it. But overall, I think the movie was good. I think Tyreek Withers did really well, especially coming from football, an actual football background to now acting. I think he did great in that role. And if I had to give it a rating, it was the same. I said around a 6 or a 7. And damn.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Oh my god.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, overall, I did enjoy the movie, and I think it was a real good display for acting wise, at least for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely not rewatching this movie. Man. Let you know that right now. Great
I'm not
acting,
mad at that.
but I'm never turning this shit back on. I hated the story. I'm being honest. The story was fucking trash. I don't like the story.
And with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into straight spoiler talk. It is the 10-minute mark, so again, like I said, this is you guys' last chance for those who have not seen the movie yet. First, subscribe, drop a like, comment, come back later to join us in this conversation. But what we do, spoiler talk, is we kind of jump from scene to scene, talk about different characters and things that stood out to us. So, Greg, you kind of were going in a little bit, so you can go ahead and get into spoiler talks or any scenes that stuck out to you that you were like, what? That any scenes that stuck out to you personally.
Oh, there's plenty, but let's address the elephant in the room. The fucking ending. I hated that ending so fucking bad. It's fucking ridiculous. And I understand that. Like I said, I want people to understand that I know that it says him, and I know that, there are shades of Jordan Peele and influence in Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele produced this. He did not direct it. And that's just kind of how it is for me. Like when I want to go get a cooking recipe from Rachel Ray. There's gonna be influences, but you're gonna tell a black man made this. I'm so sorry. this ending, I hate. Like, I don't understand where we were supposed to go with this ending. I understand that cliffhangers are very popular in movies, but you got to know how to do a cliffhanger too. That was probably one of the top 3 worst cliffhangers I've ever experienced in a
what
movie
cliff
setting.
did it leave us hanging on? Because it's like
nothing, nigga. You killed everybody, and I don't know if you got drafted. Everyone. I don't know if you got drafted. I don't know if you have ownership anymore. You put your agent on what was that? A Ouija board? Not a Ouija board. Something.
He put him on a precarious situation.
Nigga. Yeah. I'm saying you killed everybody, and it's just kind of like, I don't know. Now what, nigga? At least jump skip to some shit or do something, because it's just like, okay, you're doing this, and they did a really, and maybe it was intentional, but I hate how they didn't really just kind of
in the movie
establish what was reality, what was fake. You know what I mean? You're teetering the line of like, okay, like, is this really real? Like, is he really finna get in trouble for killing these motherfuckers, or is the CTE really getting there? Because there's a few times where this movie could go into a different direction. I thought during that shooting gun scene where he was shooting niggas or not shooting people, but they're in the range, and Tyreek was like, yeah, like, I'm still thinking about that lady I choked out or almost killed. And Marlon Wayans was like, what lady? I was like, oh, this, in my mind, I'm like, oh, this could be like an avenue of like, oh, this is all mental for you, nigga. This not even happening for real. Like, you just going crazy. But they just, they stayed the path. So if that ending was horrible. That was a 0 out of 10. That took my movie from a 7.8 to a flat 6. That was stupid. But I don't want to just hog up all the time. I want y'all to address, because y'all are the real movie critiques. I'm a casual. Break this shit down for me, because I don't understand.
I feel like, so I do agree. The ending was, to me, it was weird because with the way the movie was going, I felt it would have been more impactful to actually have him sign that contract. Because at the end of the day, I felt like him seeing his dad and knowing his dad did all that, his dad sold him, really. His dad sold him at a young age. That's pretty much what the concept was. He sold him to them. So, and even the agent was like, we groomed you. One thing I didn't like that line delivery.
Well, that was kind of weird, but I was just like there's shades of that probably, we're not D1 athletes, we're not professional athletes, but we understand, especially now with this whole NIL shit going on, these niggas getting groomed, or these niggas are getting developed. We'll just say developed at a very, very, very young age.
Yeah, so, but then that even goes to like football camps and stuff, because they'll show players from like, oh, this was in my high school training with, I'm just gonna say Tom Brady, even though they wasn't, but just a concept. oh, this is them picture with Tom Brady. They were at his training camp. They was with Cam Newton's summer league for 3 weeks. Like it's stuff like that.
CJ Stroud at Snoop Dogg's fucking football league.
Oh, don't get me started on that nigga. Don't get me started. But for the
he losing his blood, y'all. He losing his blood, y'all.
He needs somebody.
He gotta get him.
He needs somebody. He needs Tom Brady's the way we looking. God. Fuck. But yeah, we my mind went blank.
I'm sorry.
You're good. The ending, I felt the ending. He should have signed it because I felt that would have been a little better. Even if he still killed the owners and stuff, I felt like even if he signed it and they did a jump, that could be a concept of, oh, he signed a contract. They sold the team, so you have new ownership, and then you can lead into almost not practically saying a new ritual is going to happen, but almost going that avenue. I feel like that would be kind of
establishing a new culture or some shit.
Yeah. I feel like that would be a little more interesting.
My naive ass, I was like, oh, okay, like when he got the Marlon Wayans, I'm like, oh, like they finna battle it out, like play real football.
They gonna do a QB drill.
To my surprise, this nigga trying
to do a fucking kill the man with a football.
He was like, one of us got to come throughout that tunnel. I'm like, okay, well, get the spirals going, nigga. Oh, y'all trying to fight, which led me to be even more pissed. I was like, if you gonna kill everybody, why the fuck did you kill Marlon? What was the point of this? What was the point of any of this? And why is your house so easy to break into,
bro? Why is it? Why is it? Hey, when they showed that crazy bitch in the window,
that was the scariest bitch in the movie. I ain't going. That was the
scariest bitch.
Was sliding under the sauna. How did you break in?
And how long were you in the sauna?
How long was she in the house? Think about it. This is one of many, I guess, plot points in the movie. I want to talk about one that we talked about in our group chat, but because you think about it, when he first got there, he was able to get in.
Yeah.
When Cam got in there, he was just able to basically walk in with the door open for him. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, if he's able to get in there, who's stopping anybody else from getting in that bitch? And I want to talk about another plot point that you guys brought up about plot hole about how he still is going to be drafted to the because there's the team that Marlon Wayans is on is the San Antonio Saviors, and with Cam Cade,
yes,
yeah, with Cam Cade being the number one pick, how is he going to this team with basically Tom Brady on that bitch? That's like Patrick Mahomes going to the Patriots in their peak, or at least when Tom Brady was going to fucking Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay gets Patrick Mahomes as their immediate successor. So my theory or my reasoning behind squaring that circle is, well, he didn't go in the combine, so obviously his draft stock must have plummeted, and his agent, since they have the same agent, they're like, hey, we can get you this deal or this training camp with Isaiah White, and if you just go, I guess probably to their pro day, they'll sign you as either like an unrestricted free agent or I don't know, because I don't even think the timeline is kind of weird, but maybe they already had the draft, or the draft they didn't have the draft and he's going undrafted.
No,
they have a roster spot.
It was a week before the draft.
Yeah, like the draft. Okay. The draft hadn't started yet, but the combine had already finished up, and I think a part of it was just like, you know how owners be like, you know, bad mouthing players and saying, oh, like, you know, he might be a bust. Like that nigga got hit in the head. These are some real stitches. They really stapling this nigga's brain,
bro.
This is severe CTE. You know,
that is crazy. Could you imagine Tua doing some shit, getting some shit like that? I'm not gonna lie. When that nigga, when Cam like literally headbutted dude, the linebacker,
I thought that was him that was tweaking out on the ground.
Nah. I knew it was the linebacker, but I just immediately went to fucking Tua.
That shit was so funny, low-key. Because them niggas got around that circle and just started saying, "Hey,
yes!" I'm like, bro, this is crazy, dude.
This nigga's foaming at the mouth right now. What are y'all doing? Dude, that nigga said, "That's what I like to see." I said, "What the fuck is Buddy on?"
It's like this is crazy. I think if anything, the movie wasn't really horror. It was more like a body horror, if anything, like gory, worshiping, violence, which is what football is. It's an inherently violent sport, and it's praised for how violent it is. Barring the old niggas versus young niggas done with the 90s debate, football is still inherently dangerous, and niggas are still getting laid out. So that it was playing in that sort of theme of like they're praising violence, like this kind of shit is rewarded. Whereas if you go out in the street and do some shit like that, you're getting arrested for first degree assault or some shit like that.
Fucking crazy.
But
and on top of that, I will say, because I was having a debate with somebody about this because we had both watched the movie, and we were talking about that battle between Cade and Marlon Wayne's character was Isaiah White or whatever, Zay White or whatever, and he was talking about like the successors, like that blood that was transferring. It's like it's my blood from his blood, from his blood, from his blood, and it was just kind of like we were kind of debating. I wanted to ask you the question: do you feel like Isaiah White had to die? You feel like he had to be sacrificed? Because I felt like he didn't have to be sacrificed. I felt like the story of it was everybody was cool. This nigga just didn't want to give his shit up yet. Like, I just felt like there were times where I'm just like, oh, like Zay's just trying to buck the system because he's not ready to give this GOAT shit up. Everybody else before him was like, okay, we're just giving it to you. I don't have to die, but here you fucking, here's your powers, little nigga. And I think for him, it's like, you're going to have to kill me. Because even with the gun range,
that is a healthy. Because you were about to bring it up, like the shooting, pretty much like the outing day. Yeah. And they're hinting like there's that tension where he's like, they're throwing around retirement and all that. And he doesn't really want to give it up, but he knows he has to at some point. And he knows he sees this yellow nigga about to come in and take his shit. So I get that. I think that's a healthy plot hole that warrants like a good conversation. Like how niggas with Sinners was trying to pull shit out they ass, thinking they was in the room with Ryan Coogler on some dumb shit. This is not that. So I guess because even with that bet, he was just like, like, if I hit it and I make it, or if I, if you make it, you can have anything you want. If you miss it, I get your youth. I was like, that's a crazy. That's some crazy shit.
Segue.
I
was like, that's a little odd.
How do you do that, Tom? How do you do that, Tom Brady?
What are you talking about, you?
That's what he did to Jimmy G. The nigga took him out somewhere in fucking Foxborough in fucking New England, in Boston. Niggas was playing golf. He was like, if you can beat me in these 18 holes, you can get whatever you want. But if I win, your ass out of here. And I'm taking some years off your life, off your career. And Jimmy G was like, yeah, whatever, fuck that. Sure enough, that nigga ended up with the fucking rounds. And was never heard from again.
He increased like his age so that he was already good to go and in his peak prime when he went to San Francisco. He was able to go to like the Super Bowl like once, but couldn't do shit. But like that was his peak. He couldn't go any higher than that because he gave everything to Tom. Fucked it up.
That was because if you think
Yeah.
about it, that was when Max, and I'm bullshit now at this point, but that was when Max, or around that time, was starting with the cliff theory. That nigga probably was about to fall off a cliff, but he did some secret under table deal shit. It all started with Jimmy G, and next thing you know,
didn't
that
Jimmy
nigga
G
went.
did he did a
Did
porn
that
star?
happen after the cliff?
Yeah, he did. He did.
I'm
He
hashtag
did.
noticing. I'm hashtag noticing. I see what's going on here.
Nah, I think one thing with that concept for Isaiah not wanting, well, could he have lived through it? I want to say he could have, but he also stated one thing in the movie. He stated was all he has was football, and you kind of get the emphasis on that with one, how he living, he isolated as hell, and then even when every time they're going to do something, he's like, I'm gonna go watch film, and it's literally just a screen in the sky of just people cheering him on. Like, so I think deep down he could have, but it also showed how if you don't have any other avenue, and this is like regard like with work or anything in real life, you don't have any other avenue or things to fall back on. If your life is solely my job or solely sports, when that's taken away, you're gonna lose your entire identity. And that's why he was like, I am football.
Yeah,
So
the
he
nigga
was
did
like,
say football, family, God. I was like, ooh, not me.
yeah. I was like,
ooh, not me. Get this nigga
yeah.
away
So
from
I
me.
think I liked how they showed that concept of like obsession. It was 2 points of obsession, but one of them had a fallback because he was like, I just want to, because Cade was just like, look, I like my family.
Exactly.
He was like my family cool.
Like they real for real. Like they really dope as fuck. I like his one-liners too. I do like Marlon Wayne's one-liners. I remember he had like one of those one-liners of he was just like, yeah, like if you're starving and they ask you food or freedom, do you really have a choice? I was like, ooh. And he just walked away.
Like, you in a prison starving, and that. All right,
I'm sorry,
not really.
Y'all getting your shit together. I really thought he might have gotten smoked. I saw that nigga with the gun. I saw when he had the gun. I thought he was good.
My thing, to the ending, what I want to say was, what I would have wanted for the ending was that. So he walks out. I don't really even care about the fighting shit. He walks out. It's the 5 niggas. It's the owner. It's his agent. Whatever. Yeah. And he's threatening to kill them. And they're like, it's a jump scene to him in his first game, either as a savior or something. And it's normal, everything's fine. He plays a game, and you leave the cliffhanger of, well, did he really sign it, or did he just leave or go along with the get along? He's like, nah, I'm not doing that.
That's a real cliffhanger.
At least some shit like that. That's a real cliffhanger, or like something like that. And then it's the homeboys in the back, and then he goes in some huddle and gets that shit out, or his blood, and then takes the hit again. Because that was basically his PED. The PED, because they're not testing for blood. Like, but I guess that was one thing that I told you, is like, if you really like, I guess it was one of those like physical metaphor for like an it factor. Like, is there some things that not a lot of people have? Like, certain people just have that. And he was trying to pass that on to Cam, but like you say, like, he just wasn't ready to. Exactly. Yeah. You just gotta like, take that shit.
Like blood. Yeah, you can't take
Hey, I will say, when Buddy first stuck him, when he was in the ice bath and he stuck him, I said, "What the fuck was that?" I didn't know that was the blood at first. I thought he gave him like a drug. Well, he did give him a drug, but I thought that was like some like sleeping shit.
I also did. I like the idea of the blood like passing down or like generation to generation goat. I at least fuck with that idea, because I'm like, okay, well, this is like tying into, at least it's keeping them in the lane of like, this is some cultist shit, and it's like this is something that has been passed down. Like that's why there's only been one GOAT, because the GOATs just keeps passing it down.
Yeah, I did like that concept. With how they were like, oh, this is the goat, but using the blood of the goat. So that sacrifice, in like a lot of religions, they either kill a lamb or goat during things. So I kind of like that twist or concept they use, because greatest of all time, goat, and then using his blood. So I thought that was something that was kind of interesting. But my bad, Greg.
No, you good. No, you good. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I really think the sacrificial shit was stupid as fuck. Mainly because, like, how many sacrifices do you like? How many times you got to sacrifice? I'm thinking if you sacrifice one, you're good.
You're good.
But the dad sacrificed his fucking life. Y'all killed the only nigga that was helping him. That was
crazy.
Injecting him. Y'all killed him, and like I'm thinking once they put those red letters on, and it said day 6 sacrifice. I'm like, oh okay, well this is the sacrifice for Cam, and it's like okay, and then you kill fucking Marlon. Now Marlon, I can give you a pass for it because I feel like Marlon was just trying to die regardless. But like, how many sacrifices did we need? Wouldn't the dad be enough? What was the reasoning for killing that nigga that was helping him with the PEDs?
That I didn't
understand that.
I'll be honest. I really thought that was his CTE acting up. I thought that was his CTE going off, because when they showed the wife or girlfriend, whatever she was, stabbing somebody, I was like, this is like a concept right now. I said, nobody dying. Then they showed that nigga head on the table. I said, what the fuck? I said, thank you.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, this is bad.
Like, what are we doing? Now that shit was fucking wild. And on top of that, agent guy freaked out. Y'all thought I was finna just forget what that nigga said at the end of the fucking movie, nigga. Yeah. Oh, please don't kill me.
What did he say?
Oh, please don't kill me. I'll suck your dick. I heard you, nigga.
Wait, did he say
that? He said that at the end of the movie. He just said it in such a small tone.
Nigga said that
niggas didn't hear it. He was like,
I did not hear that.
Because he was like, go ahead, kill me now. He was like, go ahead, kill me or whatever. And he didn't, but then like the air dragged him and he like landed on whatever. Mm-hmm. In the midst of him like getting dragged, and you see the slow-mo of Cade with the axe like walking away. You hear it faint in the background. No, please don't do it. I'll suck your dick. You're a freaky frog, nigga. You're a freak out. You thought I wasn't going to see you, nigga. I saw that. There was no reason to write that. You didn't have to write that.
He didn't write that.
And if if you remember this, like, please back me up, because I remember hearing it, and then the person I was with that I watched the movie, I think she remembered like hearing that too. But I heard that shit. I know what I heard. That's fucking nasty. That's crazy.
That's now that I know that, I want to lower my rating.
That's such a crazy thing to say before you get exploded.
Why is that the last thing
just kill me, nigga.
Why is that the
I'm
last
not doing it. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's my time.
God got me right. But nah, y'all worshiping the devil. That's the problem.
Greg, we had a get in our bag question about this
for sure
on our records, but our question to you is, do you think like they could make another one of these for a different sport? Like, what sport would you see like if they did a him too, but it was just same kind of ideal, but just in another sport? What would be the next one?
With the same directors and writers? Or just you're talking about the concept?
Just the concept, really.
Okay, because I'm about to say, if you're talking about the same directors and writers, I would say, of course they can make one. I wouldn't be watching it. But if we're talking about the concept, I think the only one that would make sense, truly, is hockey. That's the only one that I could see to really make sense. Basketball's too cliche. Hockey has enough physical aggression, and niggas is tackling and shit. Like you can really make that believable. It's not necessarily football. I mean, I feel like rugby is an overkill because you already did football. I think hockey is the best one you can go with. And I know nothing about hockey, but I just feel like
I didn't even
it
think
makes
about
sense.
hockey. Because when I answered it, I was like, I had said UFC.
That's not bad either. UFC's not that bad.
I was fucking around and was like, why does this say basketball? And then I was like, fucking golf. They could have golf make like a Tiger Woods ball pit.
Yo, I'm just saying, like what could they really? What exercises could they get away with that would just be like, okay, like you're just like on a shooting, you're on like a target range or some shit with the golf, like you on Top Golf type shit, and niggas head exploding if you miss the target. Like I'm trying to figure out what.
Nah, they just hit him with the iron.
You got to hit this hole in one or we shoot him. Like what?
You're fucking with your teammate. You're letting them hang.
You're messing with the caddy. That nigga holding the
messing with the caddy.
Hey, nah, man. What if it's like something like, no, you know what? Either it's hockey or it has to be something very minute, like very specialized.
Oh, cricket.
Like dart. No, like darts.
Darts.
Like a professional dart player. Because that training, I could see some twisted shit going crazy with darts, where they have just the man just like on a dart thing, like spinning. Try again. or it had to do that, or bowling.
Bro, I was about to say bowling because remember the old nigga, the white dude. Who do you think you are? I am.
Yo, if that nigga was ever training me, oh my god, oh my god, who do you think you are?
Imagine that nigga yelling at you saying, "What are you willing to sacrifice?"
Lock him up. It's his private property. Nah, nigga, this is funny.
Oh,
nah, man. Hell, bro. Nah, it has to be specialized. Has to be. Because I don't see anything else. A track? I don't see it.
Track would be the hardest.
One of the hardest. Yeah, track probably be the hardest one. Basketball is too much of a that's a layup. No pun intended. But
like, what's the horror of track?
I mean,
y'all track niggas. What's the horror?
Shoot, that off-season training.
Off-season training sucks.
You're a 100-meter sprinter. Go run 30 miles, or we do.
But you see, that's the twisted shit, because you know that's when you.
How you think Usain Bolt was able to break all them records? No, it had to be fucking like. So no one allows that shit.
Hey,
you gotta run. You gotta run a 9 flat.
I just feel like the training wouldn't have nothing to do with track for real. It's just you get spawned in the airport. You get spawned in the airport and Sha'Carri Richardson's there.
You gonna say that, nigga?
Sha'Carri Richardson is there. That's the training, nigga. You gotta get through security in 15 minutes. You were in Atlanta airport. You gotta get through 3 Sha'Carri Richardsons to get to you. Nah, that's crazy. That's cinema.
You going to hell, nigga.
I ain't expect that nigga to say that shit, bro.
Oh shit! It's like, man. Damn, why can't I just run 30 miles, coach? Shit.
Nah,
bro,
dude.
you gotta do this.
Oh my!
I think another one, if they did some like Lance Armstrong shit, like the tour that like some cyclists type shit, because you know that nigga was great. Well, obviously he was doing PEDs, but
I was like,
yeah,
they had like a protege of him.
That's bad, bro. Yeah,
because
I feel like UFC is too much of an easy layup.
Well,
like,
then I was to that UFC point. I was thinking of like boxing. Thought you just do Ultimate Fighter, just boxing itself. But then we have Creed for that. So
swimming, Michael Phelps.
You gotta stay underwater for 20 minutes.
You cannot get up for air until you.
The nigga under there hallucinating.
No, that ass. It's literally just Michael Phelps just holding you down. Yeah, holding your head down. But the plot twist is he's underwater too. Like he's perfectly fine. He's just perfectly fine.
He's talking to him too. He
was just like he's like, you are not your father. You are not your father.
They strap him underwater with bricks, and they're like, "You got to get out of this bitch in 1 minute. You got to tread water with no hands or legs."
At some point, it's just turned into army. It just turns into military type shit. Like this is, you might as well just make it. This is fucking crazy. Hell no, but no, those are good sports though. Those are good sports.
Yeah. But with that being said, that's pretty much our review for the movie Him, directed by Justin Tippin, produced by Jordan Peele. I was about to say Key and Peele. Jordan Peele and the gang. And Greg, we appreciate you for coming on the show. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Play for Keats pod. If you're a casual sports fan, that show is for you. With that being said, it's been your boy Dana Dane.
Boy Wafik.
It's your boy Greg.
And we out.
Peace.
Recipes call me, I'ma show 'em how to shoot. On the 4-5, jump in the ass, my crew. Yeah, I'm stepping with a fan, keeping all of the hoes on mute. Pull a little part, could be yellow with a brew. 48 vert, quick burns. Crazy 8s in the back, yeah, the trunk on hot like a cube. 40 on me when I'm in the backseat. Blotter, paper pre-cut. Chris make juice, it'll drop like ink. Chain came with a clean plate, came with a sink. The Parator came with a mink. Tricones white like paint. My hoe by the hoe, cause she know it's my king. Hit on my side, cause I drop a song. Think you should hit up the link. The phenotype came from the pink Colombian thing. Yeah, the genetics unique. Cellular right on the beat. I'm teaching the hoe like I'm Plato. I got the veggies like by the tomato. You got a basic hoe making Alfredo. I put a bag on a hoe on my payroll. I get active and I then I